If you ask the average person who runs the world, they might say the president. If they are paying attention, they might say Larry Fink and BlackRock. But Larry Fink is just a face. He gives interviews. He goes on TV. He is the villain you are supposed to see. Real power does not give interviews. Real power stays in the dark. There is a shadow looming over BlackRock, a company that manages nearly $10 trillion, yet legally, it doesn't exist like a normal corporation. They own the media you watch, the pharmaceutical companies that medicate you, and the banks that hold your debt. Today, we are going to expose Vanguard, the ghost of Wall Street, and we will uncover the massive scandal where they left retirees holding the bag. We are raised to believe in the free market. Capitalist competition, Coke versus Pepsi, Ford versus GM, Apple versus Microsoft. It's a comforting lie. When you look at the shareholder structure of these rivals, you find the exact same name at the top of the list, Vanguard Group. They are the top shareholder of Coca-Cola and the top shareholder of Pepsi. They own the company that makes the missiles and the company that rebuilds the cities destroyed by them. This isn't competition. This is a simulation. Whether you buy an iPhone or an Android, Vanguard gets paid. Whether you watch Fox News or CNN, Vanguard gets paid. They have effectively monetized the entire human experience. You cannot eat, travel, or communicate without paying a silent tax to the ghost. But here is the question that drives economists crazy. Who owns Vanguard? BlackRock is a public company. You can buy shares of BlackRock stock. We know who their board members are. Vanguard is different. It has a unique, almost magical corporate structure. They claim to be owned by their own funds. And those funds are owned by the investors, the millions of people with 401s and retirement accounts. On paper, this sounds like a utopia. Client-owned. But in reality, it creates a vacuum of accountability. Since millions of people technically own it, nobody owns it. The control is concentrated in the hands of a few anonymous executives who cannot be fired, cannot be bought out, and cannot be challenged. They are the only company on Earth that has effectively removed the concept of owner from the equation, leaving only rulers. You might ask, if they just hold stocks for retirees, why should I care? Because they don't just hold the stock. They hold the vote. When Vanguard owns 10% of Apple or Disney, they control 10% of the votes in board meetings. This is how they force policies onto companies that don't want them. They walk into the CEO's office and say, "Do what we say, or we will vote you out." They don't care about the product. They care about control. This is why your favorite movies are failing, why your beer company hates you, why your car monitors your driving. It's not the free market speaking. It's Vanguard speaking through a puppet. Michael Burry, the man who predicted the 2008 housing collapse, has been warning about this for years. He calls it the passive index bubble. By blindly buying every company in the S&P 500, Vanguard artificially inflates the price of worthless companies. And when the bubble pops, it won't be Vanguard who loses money. It will be you. In fact, the cracks are already showing. Recently, Vanguard agreed to pay millions of dollars to settle charges regarding their target date funds. They promised low taxes and safety, but when the market shifted, they triggered massive tax bills for the little guy, while the institutional money stayed safe. It is proof that despite their friendly marketing, you are not their partner. You are their liquidity. We are moving toward a new kind of feudalism. BlackRock squeezes the housing market so you have to rent. Vanguard buys the company so you have no choice. They have created a world where you own nothing and they own everything. The first step to breaking out of the prison is realizing you are in one. Larry Fink is just the warden. Vanguard is the architect. And the architect is very, very quiet. So ask yourself, who is actually managing your money?